Carmen Brizzato is a young and talented chef who has experience working in some of the best restaurants in the world. After his brother Michael commits suicide, Carmen inherits his small family sandwich shop in Chicago. Carmen's life is a complete mess. He doesn't have any money and can't forgive his addicted brother for killing himself and leaving his family behind. Carmen is trying to figure out how to run the place, and it's kind of tough to do. At least he has some people on his side. His sister Sugar and her husband, Michael's best friend Richie, Chef Tina, a kind and hard-working woman, pastry chef Marcus, and Chef Ibrahim, a loyal and wise man. Sydney, a new cook at the restaurant who's smart and determined. Together they try to fix the restaurant and make it a better place. A sudden health inspection makes everything worse and Carmen is in huge trouble. His mental condition is not good either. He still has nightmares about working under his old boss's strict control. Now that he's running the sandwich shop all by himself, he wants to do things right. Unfortunately, staff management is clearly not one of his strengths. Carmen talks to Uncle Jimmy and finds out that he lent Michael $300,000. He never paid back those loans, so now Carmen is responsible. Jimmy wants to buy the restaurant, but Carmen says no and promises to solve the problem. He also decides to take care of himself and attend Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. To improve the workflow in the restaurant, he makes the staff work as a brigade and makes Sydney his only sous chef. Sydney wants to do more for the business. Full of hope and enthusiasm, she manages to impress everyone in the kitchen and earns her colleagues' respect. Cooking is an art that takes time, inspiration, and most of all, love. Sometimes we're just too tired to do it ourselves, but now we can enjoy delicious meals every day, especially with the help of Factor, the sponsor of today's video. Factor is a service that provides fresh, ready-made meals right to your doorstep. With a wide variety of meal options, Factor is perfect for busy days and fits any taste preferences. No more stressful meal planning and extensive prepping. Your breakfast, lunch, and dinner come together in minutes. It's important to note that Factor also offers meals for those who follow a keto, low-calorie, vegan, or vegetarian lifestyle. And the best part is that you can try Factor yourself with 50% off for the first box. Just go to go.factor75.com, use our code FACTORSE for free 410 and enjoy your favorite TV show with a delicious meal. The link is in the description below the video. To repay a debt, Carmen and Richie cater a child's birthday party for Uncle Jimmy. The event turns into a disaster when they accidentally pour Richie's anxiety medication into a homemade Acto cooler. All the children fall asleep, but at least Uncle Jimmy is okay with that. Marcus wants to pursue his dream of becoming a dessert expert, so he starts making cakes and perfecting his donut recipe. Sydney offers Carmen a new dinner menu, but he is too busy with the broken restaurant toilet. He also finds out that Richie has been selling drugs in the back alley of the sandwich shop and gets really mad. The staff is working on new dishes when the power goes out. Sydney decides to cook outside the restaurant and saves the day for the team. She's been very persistent in promoting new dishes and other changes for the sandwich shop. Carmen admits that Sydney is incredibly smart and talented but impatient and inexperienced. He tells her to hold on and take things slow. He has finally achieved some stability in the workflow and he'd like to keep it that way as long as possible. Sugar and Carmen do the restaurant's paperwork together and finally have time for a sincere talk. They both miss their brother but have to move on. Carmen criticizes Sydney's risotto and she gives it to a random man in the restaurant. It turns out that the man is a famous food critic. He writes an article about Carmen's sandwich shop and calls it elevated and elegant now that the menu has been updated. Carmen agrees to try one of Sydney's ideas and offer orders to go. Unfortunately, they are not ready for such a huge flow of customers and everything goes out of control. Carmen goes berserk and gets angry with everyone, especially Sydney. She leaves the restaurant. Carmen instantly regrets his behavior. All this pressure is just too much. Luckily, Richie finds a letter written to Carmen by Michael. There, Carmen finds a family pasta recipe. He decides to make it for the staff to apologize. While cooking, he opens a can of tomato sauce and finds a wad of cash. After opening all the cans, the team finds a pile of money. Carmen asks Sydney to come back. Together with his team, he opens a new family restaurant and calls it The Bear.